Hi everyone, this is Charles with the Pampered Chef Merced again. I wanted to show you this great new product. This is part of our new spring and summer items. It's the Tea Infusion Pitcher. This thing goes for $55. It's a seasonal item, which means it has a limited guarantee on it because it might not always be offered, unlike some of the other stable products. But this thing is really awesome. I got this at a conference I was at for the Pampered Chef Consultants, and I actually won it in a raffle. And I love this thing to death. I left it here like this so I can kind of show you how it comes. It comes with a sleeve. Now the sleeve actually has like a little zipper, like a coat, and you can just zip it off. This is just if you want to use it for like warm teas or if it's too cold to touch or whatnot. It's got a little sleeve. It's a little insulated sleeve, so it kind of helps keep the temperature. If you want your cold stuff to stay cold a little bit longer, it does that. If you want it to stay warmer, it also does that as well. So what I'm going to do is, this is what I've been using it for. I'm not a big tea drinker, but I love fruits and I love stuff like that, and I love to drink water. You can use it for so many things. If it's just you and your whoever, and you guys just want to sit down and have some drinks, this thing is great. You can always put your mixed drinks in here. You can always fill whatever drinks you like to have, your alcoholic beverages, and then you can always throw your fresh fruit right inside here. So I'm going to show you. It comes with this little handy dandy lid. It comes with has a little spout on it, so it keeps things from spilling. Take that out. Now I already have some stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to empty it out, and I'm going to redo it again, so that way you can see me take it apart and put it back together. All it does, since it's an infuser, and it has this little dilly bop right here, and basically all this is it has all the little holes inside of it. So if you have all your fresh teas, if you use fresh teas and not the stuff in the bag, you can put it on here. It doesn't get inside. It's great for, like I said, for hot and cold as well. It is a glass pitcher, so you need to be careful with that. This itself is plastic. I believe they're all dishwasher safe, so there's no worries on that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make just a little bit of some fresh water. I'm going to use some strawberries and some oranges. Strawberries are great because they're great antioxidants. They help with your skin. They help kill cancer cells. They're just wonderful. Oranges, what can I say? Oranges are oranges. They're full of vitamin C. They're great for the immune system. They're great just to kind of put all that good stuff back into your body, especially if you live around here like in the Central Valley where there's a lot of dirt in the air. It's always good to have these types of things so at least the inside can always stay nice and fresh. So I'm just going to take these out and I'm just going to dump them. Is what I already had them. I had them in there for about 2 days. Most fruit doesn't really hold that well, so what I would do is I would probably, after 2 days, if you're like me and you like to have it ready, available whenever you want it, maybe every 2 days you want to pull out that fruit, dump out the water, and then just start all over again. It's really easy. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take some of our strawberries, okay? And we're just going to, of course, what you want to do is you always want to rinse off any types of fruits that you're using, whether it's for drinks, whether it's for anything else. You always want to make sure that we rinse them off really good, okay? Doesn't matter on the size, it doesn't matter whatever. Actually, the juicier the better. So I'm going to use my 5-inch utility knife. This thing here is from Pampered Chef. I've advertised before. Great knives. Being a chef for 15 years, I absolutely enjoy using it. It's German steel. It's forged all the way through, meaning that there's no rivets, there's no glue holding the handle on. The blade doesn't stop right here. This metal blade goes all the way through. So these are really great. Really sharp. Like I said, they're 40 bucks. Well worth it, lifetime guarantee. But if you sign up and you decide that you want to be a consultant and you want to sell Pampered Chef, this comes in your starter kit. So it's great. In your starter kit, at the most, even if you got the big one, it's like $159 plus tax. This knife alone is 40 bucks. I mean, you get over 500, I think like $580 worth of items for only $159. And even if you were to make that in your first month, like I did personally, I basically got all mine for free. So that's always an incentive. So what we're going to do is, what I can do is I just cut off the tips and the bottoms. Always want to cut off the green stuff and the bottom parts just to kind of get whatever dirts or whatnot. Plus, you figure the smaller you chop the pieces, the juicier, the more the juices are going to flow out. So you don't really want to have too big of chunks. Now, if you're having like a flavored drink or it's a strawberry flavored drink and you're just adding strawberries to it, well then yeah, go ahead and make it look pretty and have some big pieces. If you're doing like how we're doing right here, and we're just going to basically flavor our water like those fancy places that have like the cucumber in the water and stuff like that, man, forget all that stuff. Alright, we do it right here, cheaper. You ain't going to pay no $6 for a bottle, for some water with some fruit in it. So we're going to take our strawberries and we're just going to throw them up in there, okay? Next thing we do is we can get some nice juicy oranges. I pick mine up at the local flea market. It's always good to buy your fresh fruits and produces from your local flea markets. It not only puts back into your community, but it helps with our local farmers and stuff like that. Being from California, man, we got to support the agriculture. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of squeeze a little bit. You don't want to squeeze all the orange juice out because we're still going to let it sit here for a little bit. But we're just going to give it enough just to get it floating around in the bottom. Okay? So now we got this right here. Give me a towel. And now comes the optional part. Me personally, man, I love sugar. I love sweet stuff. So I'm going to add some sugar to it. I'm just going to sprinkle the top of my fruit. I mean, a lot of us take a lot of like the strawberries and we'll wet them after we wash them up, and then we'll roll them in sugar and we'll eat them. So no worries. It's basically like a nature's Kool-Aid. So now I got some filtered water that I like using, and I'm just going to fill this bad boy up. Usually it depends, I guess, how juicy your fruit is. The flavor will probably be right instant. As soon as you were to pour a glass right after doing this, you probably taste a little bit. What I found out through trial and error is if I let it sit inside the refrigerator for maybe like an hour or two, it gets a lot more flavorful. Like right now, I did this last night and I instantly made me a glass of water. So I tasted a lot of the orange. It sat in the refrigerator overnight, got up this morning, made myself another glass of water, and I could taste the strawberries after it had been sitting in there for a while. So it's always a good thing to maybe let it sit there. If you're going to have it for an event later on in the day, maybe do it like an hour or two before everybody shows up. It's awesome. People are just going to love it. So there you go. It's like I said, it's machine washable. This is the Tea Infusion Pitcher. It's $55 from Pampered Chef. It's a great item to have in your refrigerator. It's a great little piece to have sitting on the picnic table. It looks refreshed, and believe me, it tastes refreshing too. So come get you some. Enjoy.